Welcome back. G'day to anyone that's new, and welcome back for those that have been with the channel for a bit. I would say a break from normal programming in this video, but I haven't uploaded anything for about a whole year now. It's 11 or 12 months, so I'm sorry for that. I've actually got bucket loads of footage to edit and upload. The editing takes the longest. It does for me anyway. It's probably what I get for using free software and the cheapest laptop that the shop had. But you live and you learn. But yeah, I got masses of footage. I've been on some adventures. I paddled my canoe solo for 100 miles, or at least 100, which a bit over 160 kilometres. So there's a little bit of a saga there. So that's got to be uploaded. But this one, as you can tell from the title and probably the thumbnail too, when I figure out what that'll be, this is very different. In this one, for the first 5 minutes, we're going to talk about the buddy system. Now, here in Australia, we don't use the term buddy very often. It's just not a word that gets used. So why do we say buddy system, and where did it come from? People have worked in pairs, mentors and mentees, coaches and coachees, for since the dawn of time. But the term buddy system is a specific thing. It's not just people helping each other, and there is an origin. So there's the first 5 minutes. A young fella will give a little bit of a lecture on that, and then after that, as you know, this one is in particular is about swimming. Now, our kids are homeschooled. We've got reasons for that. We're not saying what we do is better than what anyone else does, but if you'd experienced what I experienced, you'd be negligent if you didn't do the same thing. I'll leave that at that. Anyone that's homeschooling, unschooling, or just wants to get outdoors and do stuff with their kids, sometimes you don't know what's the right thing to do, what's the right approach, what things would be best, but how high do you set the bar? If you set it too high, it'll seem insurmountable. It'll demotivate them and therefore backfire. But if you don't set the bar high enough, well, then they've got a false sense of achievement. They think they've done something great when it's actually not much. You've got to set goals to make them stretch a little bit. So you see where they're at, and then you set up a stretch goal so that they are forced to grow a little bit. So yep, with swimming, well, how long should I expect an 8-year-old to tread water for? How far should I expect him to swim? And in what strokes, and all that kind of thing. What should I ask for? And that goes for what's going to be the rest of this series. We did one, so my son's a Sea Scout, and he's in a Sea Scout group, and they have an award system of achievement badges, and one of them is for swimming. So this one is, it's the video evidence that we put together to present to his leaders, so that he could demonstrate competence in swimming as to their standard. So I thought it's not just useful to me, it's very useful to me, but I thought that would be useful for other people that want to get their kids out swimming, homeschooled or not. Whether if your normal school doesn't have a swimming program, and they don't all have one, or if you want to advance them. We did another one with athletics, so that'll be coming down the track. And we did one with bushcraft, a canoeing one, and there's a handcraft one where he had to work on 3 different projects in different materials, in order to in different techniques, of course, in order to acquire that award. So we documented him making those things as well. So that'll be down the road. So yeah, stay tuned. And as always, much appreciated if you could like it, comment on it, subscribe to me, and hit the notification button if you think, in the unlikely event you think what we do is that awesome that you don't want to miss a single episode. Then yeah, that'll be the one, the subscribe button. So yeah, like, comment, share and subscribe, whichever YouTuber always tells you. I know that you can't all do that because not everybody has a YouTube account. For years I didn't have one, and I saw some awesome stuff and I couldn't like it. Liked it, couldn't hit the like button. So yeah, look forward to seeing you at the end. Cheers.
Buddy system is where two people work together for safety, rescues and learning. In cubs, one watches, one or two swimming. They take turns. Whistle signals. One blast. Hold partner's hand up high. Two blasts. Resume activities. Three blasts. All kids get out of water go to your leader. This is about the buddy system. September 1950. Up here is China, North Korea, South Korea. North Korea and South Korea agree with something for a long year. If you want to be silly guys and bad
Communists,
you go to North Korea. If you want to be free, go to South Korea. And they agreed for that million years. Soon North Korea said
4 or 5 years, yeah.
4 or 5 years. Soon South Korea said no, and went down for South Korea, and only South Koreans who lived were in the Busan perimeter, and they couldn't get everyone out. So then places like Australia, America, Britain, France,
Eventually.
and England,
Holland.
went to help in the Busan perimeter.
Yep.
And here is about to come the base system part. There were some people there who wanted to help but weren't trained soldiers, and who only got a few 3 weeks of training in Japan. And then they had to use the base system, like
What did they want the buddy system and all those volunteers for?
so that they could attack properly.
What was the plan of attack?
Going around and hit here. By surprise, the enemy didn't know, because that was an impossible place to land.
So an amphibious landing at Incheon.
Incheon.
Right. So how did the buddy system work? What did they do with these 9,000 South Korean guys?
They said to Americans or help the people who came to South Korea. They were good guys and helped. The South Koreans said whoever came to help, this guy is your buddy. You copy what he does. You shoot at the same thing as he shoots at. And then he said this, and said, make sure this guy is there and follows you. Which is here comes the hard part. They didn't speak at the same language. So then they went to Incheon, which was a big surprise for the enemy, North Korea. And then the silly idea of them was to attack at the capital city. Went there, and North Korea had to run up here, and China said, "Don't go near the river. Don't go near the river. Don't go near the river." Silly people, North Korea went near the river, and China one day went, and South Korea was completely stuck in the Busan perimeter.
So China launched 1 million men across the Yalu River,
Yes.
which created what was called the Big Bug Out, and all the Allied forces were chased all the way back down to the Busan perimeter, and we had to start the process again.
And all the South Korea could only get to this.
Yep, they spent the next 3 years fighting all the way up to here, didn't they? Which is where it's been for 66 years.
And why couldn't they fight like for another 3 years up to here?
It was proving very costly, and the moral stance of taking North Korean ground was a bit more difficult than the moral stance of regaining South Korean ground. So yeah, as you said, straight after the Incheon landings, they met their promises to the politicians and recaptured the capital city of Seoul, whereas they should have sidestepped the city of Seoul and cut the coast off and trapped a lot of North Korean troops down here without food and ammunition, and that would have won the war very quickly. It's exactly the same mistake that was made by another American general in Italy, capturing Rome rather than cutting off the Italian peninsula after the Anzio landings. But so we live and we learn. So that's the origin of what we call the buddy system. People had buddied up for a long time, but they'd never used that term, and that was 9,000 people involved in the Incheon landings. The buddy system was expanded. At its height there were 26,000 South Korean troops attached as buddies to American and Dutch troops. So yeah. Go. Well done. Yeah, good freestyle. Big arms, mate, big arms. Going great, big arms. Turn around. Yep. Doing well, mate, doing well. You're on the home stretch. Big arms, going great, going great. Good job though, you didn't touch it with your hand. Big arms, mate. Real close now. Yeah, well done, mate. Very good. So, this is actually a 33-metre pool. We paced out the flags about 4 metres from the end, so you actually swam maybe 4.5, so you swam 28 metres down and 28 metres back, so 6 metres further than necessary. Well done, mate, with a proper water entry, jumping in 2 feet. 2 feet first. Cool. You're good, not to go. Swing your arms, mate. Doing good. Come on. Nearly there. I won't let you hit the wall. Keep coming. Good job.
Way to keep yourself afloat. Yep, 40 seconds. Keep going, mate. You're doing a good job. Just go slow.
Stop thinking about it.
No, you're fine. You're doing a good job, mate. Well done. Minute 18.
road it'll be 5 and close.
Yeah.
Ricardo. Doing well. Okay. What you're doing with your hands is actually quite efficient. Doing great, mate.
Well done. Doing great, mate. No, you're at 3 minutes 10.
What?
You're at 3 minutes 10.
What?
3 minutes 20 now.
What?
You're at 3 minutes 20.
What does that mean?
3 minutes 30.
What?
30 more seconds and you've got 4 minutes. Great. You're doing great, mate.
No.
You've done 4 minutes. Well done.
What?
Done 4 minutes. You keep going. Or?
Hello?
Yeah, you've done 4 minutes. I was trying to see how long you've done. You could do.
Okay, so if you hung around this long, thank you. Appreciate it. View length actually helps me a lot with this YouTube game. Yeah, if you've got any questions, I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any, and if you hung around this long, because it's probably one of my longest videos, thanks for doing so. I hope you obviously enjoyed it. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and all that. Any suggestions are always much appreciated. Thank you.